Holy shit!
Mercy. Mercy. No mercy. Mercy. Wait, I ain't supposed to be here raining on the top. Why? Cause I be in the hood like an engine block. Dude, that rhetoric you spit, I ain't hearing it. You got that epidural style, I ain't feeling it. Chicago is the city, I've heard others rap it before, but put it on the map, not really. I guess I'm feeling obligated to be the king of the shot. So sorry to all you dudes who gotta tolerate it. Mama, I finally made it. Papa, I'm finally faded. Scum, reverse of the bump, happy related. I'd rather set presidents to be inaugurated. You rather grip these balls to be incarcerated. Fine, I think what you seeking is weak without the weekend. Fur on the coat, oh, no Puerto Rican. Look, black beards being here is so mandatory. You about to witness the shit. End of the story.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Yeah! Up off it! Yeah! Yes! Yes! Up off! Well, y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is. Yeah. It's hump day, baby, baby. We'll do it. We'll do it. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz The Adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. BK. Who else we got? Some rando. What's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man. Lord, first, I want to say this. Dino, what's going on with you? Payday. So, Deontay, the bronze bomber, he gave his prediction. And let me know if you guys can hear it. He gave his prediction of Usyk versus Anthony AJ Joshua, this second fight. Check it out.
Usyk or Joshua?
I'm going with Usyk again, man.
Yeah. Usyk?
I think a lot of people are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But hey, you know it's boxing at the end of the day, so you know the world will see. But my pick is Usyk.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
there you have it, a champ. Yeah, hey, can't wait for you to come back. Boxing needs you.
Yeah, I may come back, I may not. I'm having such a great time outside of the ring. You know what I mean? So,
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
From my guy, Ellie Setback. Hit the Tyson Bell. Hold on real quick. Let me. No, I'll just keep that here. So, Deontay, the bronze bomber, I don't know if you guys heard him, but he said, hey, he may come back, he may not. He having such a good time outside the ring. He also said he makes more money outside of the ring than he does in the ring. All right? Silk pajamas. It's going to be very difficult to drag his ass back in the ring. It seems like the more he's out of the ring, the more comfortable he is being out the ring. But he did say that he got Usyk beating AJ. What do you all think? Now, I want to ask you guys a few things, okay? Not that if you agree with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. I'm not going to ask you guys that first. But here's the sentence. How many of you think that Deontay Wilder is just hating? He never got that fight with Anthony AJ Joshua. They never really liked these. They've had their beefs. And Deontay Wilder himself projecting that he couldn't get over Tyson Gypsy King Fury, getting his ass whipped. How many of you guys think that Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is hating? I don't think he's hating. No, not hating. No, No, I don't think he's hating. Why not? I mean, everybody is choosing Usyk. He's definitely not hating. Wilder's being objective. Then why the hell do we say James Toney is hating? Roy Jones Jr. is hating that all of these fighters who got Terrence Crawford beating Errol Spence is hating. Huh? Wilder has more of a reason to hate than them. Roy Jones never had beef with Errol Spence. He wasn't trying to fight Errol Spence at welterweight for undisputed. Neither have James Toney. Why, when they say they got Errol Spence, they're hating. But when Deontay Wilder say he has Usyk, he's being objective. Make it make sense. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Got him being 100%. Everybody, if you haven't done it already, we're in the building. Hit the like.
Hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, get those.
Yeah. And for everybody, if you haven't done it, give it up for the Varnell Hill Vibe.
Bring on this with a laugh and do the cabbage patch. Kiss a pretty lady and then sign some autographs. The Varnell man can shaboing boing.
Hey, but maybe Deontay Wilder has picked Usyk to beat AJ because of shit like this. Maybe because Usyk is a psycho. Usyk is a psycho. His eyes get weirder and weirder as the fight gets closer. That eye travels further and further away from the center, the closer he gets to the fight. He had a bucket over his eyes, and he still looking insane. I know a little something about insane eyes. He's one of those scary guys. He's one of those better BF, look around with the underbite and the protruding forehead and the Habib Nurmagomedov beard. He's one of those guys scanning the audience. He doesn't just stare you down. Have you ever seen Better BF? When he's up there at the weigh-in, you think you are being sought out. Like he's the Terminator and you're Sarah Connor. He's one of those scary guys like Errol Spence. I hit harder. Errol Spence's eye is so low. And then he takes your eye. Yeah. Errol Spence is crazy. He sit there with the low eyelid. He looks around. And then he takes your eye. Kell Brook. Ugas. He's Jeepers Creepers. Errol Spence has turned into Jeepers Creepers. He had a retinal tear. He sit there with the low eye and takes your eye. He's Jeepers Creepers. And that's what Usyk's hitting on. Hey, look, we do have a prediction from your OG, your friend and mine, Old Gray. Let's see what he has to say.
Well, what do I think about Anthony Joshua versus Usyk, and if Anthony Joshua has a chance, well, listen, the one chance AJ had over Usyk, he lost it. Look, AJ, his chance was his edge, see. See, he lost. No longer does he have silk pajamas. He lost. And now he has his edge. But he lost that against Usyk because Usyk, he traded in his silk pajamas for fatigues and an AK-47, see. See, Usyk, since last September, he hasn't been a champion. He's been a soldier. So, the edge that coming off a loss will give you, AJ doesn't have over Usyk. Usyk has the edge. He's been in the wars. Usyk, he's been a soldier, not a champion. Sorry, AJ. Usyk got you again on this one. See you later, War Room. Bye.
Did he just fart? OG, you can't just fart on camera, bro. I mean, I know you know what? You've lived a long time. You've earned your right to do what the hell you want to do. Still fart on camera. let's give it up. Hold on. Let me see what you have to say. What's up, Biz? It's been a while. Sending you my love. Love you, boy. What else we got? Usyk and Better BF are Dark Side and Doomsday. Everybody, let's give it up for my man for that comment. Where you at, my guy?
It's the only thing that matters to me.
That's a joint right there. So, look. When it comes to AJ and Usyk and what old Great, what OG was saying about this whole
shut up about this Joshua and Usyk 2 mess for a quick second, shit biz. Come on over to the dark side. You're an expert, shit biz. Come on over to Team Terrence Crawford. You're learning that you can't just be an analyst and an expert. You cannot look at a fight unbiasedly without those fanboys asking you to be a fanboy. And this is what I've been trying to teach you, shit biz. Use your brain. Use your analytical skills. Stop talking like a casual. You know Terrence Crawford is going to beat Errol the True Spence. And I need you to start calling more UFC fights. Why? Because UFC is better than boxing. You know it. I know it. The shit room know it. Stop being shit biz and be showbiz. All right, shit room. Goodbye.
look. Just to take a quick detour. I did see the comments yesterday, and I saw all of the Errol Spence fanboys jumping in the comments saying that I was saying things against Errol Spence. Huh? Ridiculous. I was saying stuff for Errol Spence a lot, for Terrence Crawford a lot, against Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, both of them partially. I don't understand how fanboys can be so butthurt that they would prefer that I am somebody that's hating Spence just so they could run. Just so they could run to his defense and protect him. I'm just looking for the opportunity to protect Spence. But I want to say this too. For Lifeless to tell me to come over to Terrence Crawford because I'm being a casual if I give credit to Errol Spence, then you are doing the same damn thing. Anybody who's asking me to come over to Terrence Crawford is doing the same thing. I am an unbiased boxing analyst who, in this case, particularly, I have no idea who's going to win between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, and I think it's okay that I allow myself to be genuine in the fact that I have no clue. You want me to know. You want me to know. Y'all look like my son, ShowBizz the Kid. I remember he woke up one morning. He must have had a nightmare. He came up to me. He said, "Daddy." I said, "Yes, son." He said, "Daddy, what happens after we die?" I said, "Son, I have no clue." You can have faith, you can believe, but I have no clue. The disappointment on his face. That's what y'all remind me of. ShowBizz, pick a side. Pick a side. Yeah, I pick boxing. Who do I think is going to win? I have no clue. And you guys are not going to body me into thinking or not being genuine. I genuinely don't know. Everybody, if you haven't done it already, please, please, please hit the like.
Hit the like, your fingers over here be like, there's nothing to hit the like, you know what you like.
Now, can we get back? Can we get back to Usyk versus Joshua, please? At least for the moment. Look, when it comes to Usyk versus Joshua, Anthony, OG, Old Gray, had it right. Biz knows Bud got gonna. You see how dumb you are? You see how dumb you are? Hold on.
That comment was dumb.
Porter in there with both. He has it 51-49 for Crawford. No one knows. Exactly. Look at this moist booty hole. Look at this moist booty hole. Playing it safe, and then you ask to hit the like. You cannot, I am big. You can call me whatever you want. This is exactly how I feel. Now, here's the thing. If I just get bullied into doing what you want me to do, why don't you just get your own damn platform and do what you do and grow it? But if I get bullied to do something that I don't feel, I can't say Crawford, I can't say Spence. But if y'all successfully bully me into picking one where at least he picked a side, if I choose Spence and Crawford's win, ShowBizz don't know shit about boxing. Y'all just looking for, if I choose Crawford and Spence win, see ShowBizz? That's what you get for going against your own people. Like, what? Because y'all moist and soft. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The truth of the matter is, I don't know. And the closer I get to the fight, I probably will come up with something. The more I get, the more information I get, I probably will come up with something. Let me see. Biz, I honestly don't know who wins. And quite frankly, I don't care. Thank you. I just want to see 3 fights. If warranted, boxing wins. Yeah, I honestly don't care. I don't care. I'm just excited to see a fight. There's minds who can't do that. They are fanboys, but not boxing fans. And they just can't think like us, right? In the war room. So let's give it up. Let's give it up for the war. They can't. Hey, you got to be a fan of a man. You can't be a fan of boxing. They can't. Their brains can't do it, right? So, AJ versus Usyk. 2. I think Old Gray had it right when Old Gray said, "Oh, I'm about to pick." Right? I think Usyk wins again. I think AJ can win, but I think Usyk wins. That's when I always pick when I feel like I know, and I could be wrong. Right? Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, I have no idea. Usyk, AJ, I have a more firm idea. Usyk, like OG is saying, AJ's edge is there because AJ came off a loss. And I love AJ. He reminds me of myself so much. His integrity is incredible, but his integrity is so high that even him being burning in anger and fire, he still projects calm and order. You can see the fire in his eyes, but he'll still be like, I took my loss like a man. Let me see what you have to say. Getting up from the chair is classic. Hit the Tyson bell. Now look. Let me show you guys a little something, some receipts. Receipts, motherfucker! Listen to what AJ's new trainer has to say, Robert Garcia. Check this out.
He's the bigger man. He's the stronger man. He's got the reach advantage. So we're going to take advantage of all that. And come that day, I think without a doubt, we're gonna have a 3-time heavyweight champion of the world.
He said he's the bigger man. He's the stronger man. Okay. Which goes back to Ali versus Tyson Fury. See, that bigger and stronger shit didn't matter, did it? With AJ and Usyk. Okay. And stronger, bigger, and stronger becomes perception a bit. I'm going to show you Usyk versus Anthony Joshua. I'm going to show you this stare down. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. But look at this stare down. Physically, AJ is bigger, right? But does he look like the bigger man? Physically, he's bigger. But when you're looking at Usyk, does he look like the bigger man? Maybe. You can hear me good. But when I look at Usyk, I see an insane person.
I would like to invite our boxers to now gather outside for the official photo call and traditional face-off, which will take place outside in front of the stunning Red Sea. Photographers and camera crew, if you'd like to make your way outside.
Telling him to look forward. They refuse to. Look forward. They refuse to.
Thank you for attending. We look forward to welcoming you
AJ,
all back
AJ
on
Alpha's up.
20th,
Turn that way.
For Rage on the Red Sea. Please enjoy
So
the rest of the
Usyk does,
evening.
but not his stare. Look at Usyk. Looking big. He looks thick. And then watch Usyk's face. Look at that grin. He looks insane, bro. And then unity. AJ's the bigger man, but is he? Muhammad Ali was a giant. Say he wasn't. Let me see. Size don't matter if you don't know how to use it. Bingo. When you looked at, and here's the thing, here's how AJ has to fight Usyk. And I'm gonna tell you. If you look at George Foreman versus Frazier, not saying Foreman fights like AJ or that they're the same human being. I got to give that because people are going to say, well, AJ's not Foreman. So AJ isn't Foreman. Foreman isn't AJ. They're not the same human being. They don't box alike. But if you look at Foreman versus Frazier, once again, Frazier isn't Usyk. They don't fight alike. They're not the same person. All right. But if you look at Foreman versus Frazier, Foreman didn't just steamroll Frazier. If you look at that fight, he bounced around and he used great distance when he would shoot his jab, right hand, and then he bounced away. It's not, and he did a lot of pushing too and shoving and shit. But still, that was him using his strength, but using his footwork to put himself at a good position to land those thundering shots. Forget AJ just being stronger, okay? But AJ's punching power. Usyk has to feel his punching power. He has to feel his punching power. He don't have to just know AJ has punching power. It doesn't matter if he doesn't hit you. Usyk has to feel his punching power, meaning AJ got to land hard shots, meaning AJ got to put himself at the distance to land those big shots of his. Even if it's a jab, he got to land those big shots. When people say just go forward, he can be smothering his shots. I still think AJ should be a bully at times and box at times. Usyk is too good of a well-rounded fighter for you to beat him one way. It's not going to work. Plus, I told you guys, these big super heavyweights today, all they do is get tired after 6 rounds. That's all they do. These big so-called, look at Deontay Wilder when he was 212, and look at Deontay Wilder when he was 230. 212, Deontay Wilder against Burmese Deverne, against Tyson Fury, dropping him in the 12th, and then blowing a kiss and shaking back at his wife. Huh? That's the 12th. Look at Wilder at 230. Y'all call these heavyweight. They're big. Big does not mean better. It could be to your detriment. So AJ just pressing forward can end up. What he has to do is not move around too much. And that also means don't just press forward too much. Boom, 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 boom. And then press forward sometimes. Boom, grab him, lean on him, push him back. He has to do a combination of things. He has to do a combination of things. And that's the black 2 sugars. Now, let's look at did Ms. Biz tell you that? Oh. Hold on.
It's the only thing that matters to me.
Real quick. There's 600 of you in here. Everybody hit the like. Support this channel. I get up at 4 a.m. every day to put all this stuff together. It doesn't just, I have to edit stuff and do things to make a great show. Okay? Hit the Tyson bell. I have to call Lifeless, call Old Gray, get them up in the morning. All right, so hit the like, show some support for us. I want to say this too. ShowBizz exposed. I want to say this too. Today at 4 o'clock Eastern, Mike Tyson topics on Relevnt. Check it out. Backs
off from a sharp right uppercut to the body by Tyson. Again, a double right hand to the body.
The ancient world had the right attitude to this kind of thing, and the modern world does not. We can sit down and learn a lot from the ancient world.
I'm not sure if you know a lot about Graham Hancock. Just one of those theorists, like outside the box thinking British authors. Okay. This guy talks about the ancient world. He has books, Fingerprints of the Gods, Magicians of the Gods. He really think I'm not sure if you guys seen him on Joe Rogan. So he's going to be speaking to Mike Tyson about psychedelics and cannabis and how it was used during the ancient times and stuff like that. And he may talk about the Bible and just a lot of things. So check it out. Go by Mike Tyson topics on Relevnt. The link to my Relevnt is in the description box. All you need to do is search Mike Tyson topic. You could be there. That'll be tonight at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Make sure you guys there. It's going to be a good one. I'll be there. It'll be a good one. Let me see. Love Biz, name 3 favorite fights from Hagler, Leonard, Marciano, Nuff Love, London, Let the Light In. 3 favorite fights from each. I'm not going to do that. That's a lot you ask me to do, and that consumes so much of this when we're kind of on topic, and I want to stay on the show. Let me see. Usyk, the art of war, fighting everyone in their home. That's right. Usyk traveling all over the place, right? Hit the Tyson bell. It doesn't matter. Everywhere is his home. Listen to what Usyk trainer had to say. You guys know I got the receipt. Free seats!
motherfucker.
Probably in February and March, we had to face a challenge of war in our country. Now we are here representing our country, Ukraine, with the pride in our hearts. While thinking over the speech for this media event, I looked back for the press conference that we had before the first fight. And the last words were, let the best man win, and we see you again for the rematch. Let, again, the best man win, and probably we see you again for the undisputed.
This man is talking about fighting the war, okay, in Ukraine, overcoming that and still making the fight happen. And he's talking about predictions. Last time I said, see you in a rematch, right? That they're going to win. And this time, and this is what's going on. And this time he said, see you guys again for undisputed. Hold on, let me see what I have to say. Just one each. My bad, dog. Oh, just one each. Marciano versus Jersey Joe Walcott. What, Hagler versus Hearns. Shit. And we'll who was the other one? Leonard versus Duran. All right, hit the Tyson Bell. I thought you meant 3 from each. I would have been like, holy shit. Okay. So back on Usyk versus here's the thing with Usyk. Usyk has seen shit that when AJ is looking at Usyk, what AJ is talking about and what Usyk is talking about is two different things. I was wondering if the war in Kyiv, ground zero, where there's planes, I'm not sure if you guys knew what's going on. See, if we're sitting comfortably in our world, we don't know the reality of what was going on. I've seen video and it's really disgusting. Okay. So that's where Usyk has been. If he hasn't seen charred dead bodies face up, he's still seen them. He knows they're right outside, right? He's seen them on TV, stuff like that. If he hasn't seen a jet drop a bomb on a town, he's heard the jets fly over and he heard bombs. He's heard screaming. He's heard news being delivered to families of dead loved ones. Fighting AJ is a layup. Fighting AJ is a layup. AJ is talking about a boxing match. Usyk is like, I'm about to dominate this guy. Now, who do I like more? AJ. AJ's my guy. That's my boy. Love you, boy. AJ's my guy. But that's not what I do here. I'm an analyst. And you can't just think about all the tangibles. You got to think about the intangibles too. The X factors. Those things you can't measure. And when I'm thinking about the things you can't measure, AJ's obstacle is Usyk. Usyk's obstacle is to make his country proud. Okay? Check out now. When I think someone, I mentioned how Andy Ruiz, how the Usyk victory over AJ was more dominant than the Andy Ruiz one. It was a harder thing to recover from than Andy Ruiz, right? As far as fighting and coming up with a game plan later. I said that Usyk not only outboxing, which is harder to overcome, but he also outfought him because Usyk was never hurt. AJ was hurt multiple times. They actually was about to throw in the towel. Andy Ruiz caught AJ. That's different. All you got to do is make sure he doesn't catch you. But Usyk out IQ'd him. He had all the things that you have to learn over time. So AJ got to be better than Usyk in one training camp. That is difficult. He has to be better than him. When you're outboxed, you got to be better. But then he outfought you. especially towards the end. That is tough to overcome. Hold on real quick. I hope Usyk's focus is there. I know. That's a good point. Joshua already tried to do a variety attack of jabbing and pressure. I know. AJ fought well. I'm sorry. People don't. I know the outcome is AJ lost, and you figure, oh, he should have won. But AJ fought beautifully. I still think AJ versus Usyk is one of my favorite looking fights aesthetically from the heavyweight division in a very long time, since maybe Klitschko and AJ. Honestly. And before that, you had two people boxing. It looked like something from the 90s. I haven't seen anything like that from a very long time. For a very long time. Let me see. But Usyk's speed was too much, and angles and timing for his IQ. There was a lot of shit that had AJ had to change trainers. Get them likes up, fam. Yeah, if you guys can, hit the like for me, please. Hit the like. Listen to what AJ says about his loss to Usyk and Andy Ruiz and the difference.
With Andy Ruiz, I think a lot of people can see before the fight, things weren't 100%. The fight with Usyk, he bust my ass for some rounds, and I hold myself accountable. You know, I'm someone who can admit when I'm wrong and hold my head high when I'm right. We take our loss like a man, you know, because when I win, I keep it moving. I thank everybody, and if I lose, you have to stay humble as well in defeat.
See that? I can't identify with anything more than that. AJ said I gotta take my loss like a man, because when I win, I'm the shit. So when I lose, I gotta be the shit, bruh. I can't all of a sudden fall apart. Muhammad Ali was like that. When Muhammad Ali won, he said he was the greatest. When he lost, he said he's still the greatest. I just got to do better next time. Still the greatest. Broken jaw with Ken Norton. I'm still the greatest. I just messed up. AJ, you have wait a minute. Thank you so much, BK. Go to ShowBizTheAdult.com. Hit the link on BUSR. Right? I'm still the greatest. I'm still the greatest ever do it. We love you, boy. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Right? Thank you so much, James West. But he also said, you know, he knew going into the Andy Ruiz fight, he wasn't at his best. But he said, with Usyk, he bust my ass. There's no, for him to say Usyk bust my ass, he's not capping. He can say Andy Ruiz busted his ass, but he was like, he knows with Andy Ruiz, I came back better. I beat him for 12 rounds. All right. But with Usyk, he's like, he bust my ass, bro. Pause. All right. So I gotta be something I've never been. I don't think he really knows how to beat Usyk. That's why he got Robert Garcia. He went around, what plans do you have for me against Usyk? I got A, B, and C. He actually interviewed trainers. He's like, that's probably what I would have brought to the table. Never mind. How about you? You got to use this and muscle him and do this. Okay. How about you, Robert Garcia? Garcia said the stuff that he needed to hear. I didn't think about that. Bet. He needs to be something he hasn't been or something he hasn't thought about. Real quick, we do have to pay the bills. Make sure you guys go to busr.com. Go to busr.com/showbiz. Place a bet on your favorite fights like this one, Usyk versus AJ2. Don't forget that whatever you deposit within 24 hours, we're going to double that from BUSR. BUSR will double your deposit. You deposit $50, they'll double it. They'll give you $50, okay? And that's money that you can cash out, plus 20 casino coins. So just in case you want to play my game, ShowBizz The Dough, I got up my own casino game there. Just in case you want to play my game, you could do that, or whatever other casino games you want to play. You'll get 20 free casino coins, and whatever money you deposit, they'll double that. Hit the Tyson Bell. Let me see. Let's see what you all got to say. We love you, boy. Yes, man. Kill Boxers. He needs to spar Sanchez. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't be on here like that. Okay, no, don't worry. Young Bucks with Anthony. Think Anthony Joshua is the greatest ever. Is hilarious. Yeah. I mean, that's how fanboys work. That's how fanboys work. I want to play Go Fish. I'll play it. Sanchez is better than AJ too. Oh, could be. Biz, what's coming next for Usyk AJ fight? I'm gonna tell you what's coming next for sure. June 30th, right? What's happening June 30th?
Let this be love. Time so bright.
Mercy, mercy, no mercy. I king, I do a die king. I take purple to the head like a Viking. Free drinks to a head like a Siamese. We getting drunk in this motherfucking high key. Poised, I'm with my boys. Even the unheard makes noise. So I tell them, we from the future. The past doesn't suit ya.
Huh? Huh? Make sure you get the Black Business album wherever you can stream it. It's going to be everywhere June 30th. Oh, let me see. I think AJ may gas out if he comes on too strong in the early round. Precisely. Usyk, the perfect size for a distance fight. He's perfect size as a heavyweight. If AJ gets sloppy, he's 6'3", right? That's perfect size. He will be countered. Yeah, he can't be sloppy. He got to be tight, but he also got to be loose. Sounds strange, doesn't it? Terrence Crawford is a prime example of tight and loose. AJ can't fight like Terrence Crawford. I'm talking about shooting yours from the jab. Bam, bam. Larry Holmes, right? Muhammad Ali, right? Riddick Bowe. Shoot yours from the jab. Boom. And move at the same time. Even when you press forward, you got to press forward. Boom. On your toes. Bounce them, then plant your feet. Bam, bam. Make them go backwards. A little Bivol against Canelo. You know, throw some variety. Have them feel your power and your distance. But that's going to be tough because unlike Canelo, Usyk give angles and footwork. This is a very difficult fight. Deontay Wilder may have been right. It's very hard to beat him. But let me tell you what we have. We got a few minutes left. Let me tell you what we got next. I believe Ms. Biz sent it to me, and those are the Twitter things.
Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers. Okay. What do we have? Deontay Wilder on Usyk versus Joshua rematch. I'm going with Usyk here. I'm going with Usyk. I think a lot of people are. It's boxing at the end of the day, so we'll see. But I think it's Usyk. All right, we covered that. Next, 3 men have now been arrested after Amir Khan has. Okay, that's outside the ring. I mean, I can't. Hopefully you're doing well. Come on, Ms. Biz. What we got? Oh, Amanda Serrano. Okay. I love the 2-minute rounds. I love the 2-minute rounds for its high tempo action. I suggested the 3-minute rounds to Katie Taylor to silence the people that always criticize us. For our round durations. But truth be told, I have 30 KOs. So I can make the 2 minutes work. We as women will adjust to whatever we are given. Facts. Hit the Tyson bell. Well, obviously, when it comes to women combat sports, it's a man's world, right? Men, when I make the all-inclusive, the gender equal list, men see it as me adding women to the men's list. So that's how men think, right? I'm literally saying I'm making a separate list that is not a man's list. It's a women's and men's list together. Men don't know. There's only men. Like, men run the women list too. Like, if men just can't give it up, right? So it's like you've added women to the men's list, right? And I have a men's list, a woman's list, and then I have both. So, men got this thing. Look, women 2-minute rounds, not 3-minute rounds. So they're not doing real boxing, or they're not doing anything that you can compare to the men fighters. And I've said many times, well, Jack Johnson boxed for 30 rounds. Can we put him in a pound for pound list, or was he doing another sport? Right? Muhammad Ali boxed for 15 rounds. The duration was different. Can you add Muhammad Ali in here with Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury only boxed 12. So is Tyson Fury really doing boxing, or is Muhammad Ali not really doing boxing? Can you even do a pound for pound if everything is based on duration? Men don't know what they want other than we run shit. All right. So for women, what she's saying is, hey, look, we could go 3. We're going to have to adjust if that's what really men demand is they have to concede to whatever men want, because men going to set the standard on what real is all of a sudden, right? That's what men, what real is what we define. So eventually I think the women going to have to do 3-minute rounds just to satisfy men and to be respected as warriors, right? Because it is what it is. Men set the narrative and a standard, and they're going to make it steeper for women. Oh, well, it's easier to knock out a woman. Well, as a man is, but for a woman, it's the same difficulty as a man knocking out a man, isn't it? No, I can't think like that. I'm a man. So it's easier to knock out a woman. So it's always going to be this steep thing, right? But they have to conform and meet those standards by men in order to be seen as great and be what they always wanted to be as children. I want to be a great warrior, right? It's a sad thing, but it's the truth. Let me see. I meant AJ could get sloppy late due to exhaustion. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And we have one more Twitter finger. I'm sorry. We have one more Twitter finger. And that's Ryan Garcia has no doubts what the outcome would be if he faced Gervonta Tank Davis. He said, I would stop Gervonta Davis. He's still saying this. What do I think? I think Ryan Garcia can stop Tank. Huh? I think he can. I mean, he's a fantastic fighter. I think he can. Who I have my money on, I've been forced by boxing professionals to the boxing experts who I shouldn't consider, right? But these same boxing experts have told me personally, hey man, that Tank Davis is just really, really, you got to look at him. His IQ, his technique, all those things. And they're really big on those things, right? Just like with Terrence Crawford, his IQ was technique, so they got him over Errol Spence, right? So it's kind of consistent with Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. His IQ, this and this, he's slick. You got to look at these things, brother, because there was a time when I'm like, yo, Ryan Garcia can knock him out, So I've kind of been like, yeah, I can see, man, Tank Davis just got more tools. And I've noticed that Tank Davis does well punching up opposed to punching down. But Ryan Garcia does better punching down. That's all he's been doing. So you got one fighter doing well punching up, the other one doing well punching down. Also, you have that crazy left hook from Ryan Garcia, but then Ryan Garcia leans straight back, which isn't good, but it's harder to reach by a short fighter. Luke Campbell could reach it because he was taller, right? I think Tago reached it. I think Tago caught. I was screaming at Ryan Garcia because I think Ryan Garcia leaned back and Tago caught him too. So Ryan Garcia can catch him leaning back. Ryan Garcia got the kind of power that can knock you out going forward too. You got to always be on your square. And I mean, not Ryan, but Gervonta Tank Davis got the power to knock you out going backwards too. Ryan Garcia, you got to always be on your square going forward. He drops his guard a lot. So somebody is going to sleep. I think Ryan Garcia poses difficulties for Gervonta Tank Davis. I think Ryan Garcia knows that. But this is a great fight for Tank. I hope they take it. Tank Davis leaving TMT, I think, officially. Eyes closed too. Yeah. Ryan Garcia has this good point. Ryan Garcia has this horrible flaw. I close my eyes sometimes. I remember closing my eyes, especially a street fight, bro. My eyes are big enough so they can't close all the way. But I remember, but Ryan Garcia, he throws his punches, try to throw them so fast that he'll ball his lip and close his eyes and lift his head to do it. Like he's trying to throw it so fast that timing beats speed. So you could catch him doing that shit. I mean, he could sleep Ryan Garcia nasty. Now, Ryan Garcia has proven that he can get up after being knocked down and finish you. So now we know how Ryan Garcia, see, when everybody saw that's a flaw, I saw that as data. I know how Ryan Garcia responds when he gets dropped. He gets up in 2 seconds and then he'll knock you out with a body shot, right? So he'll keep his power after being knocked down. He'll get embarrassed, but not discouraged. and he actually turns it up. We know what he's about. Just like when I saw Mean Machine hurt Virgil Ortiz started turning it up and then beat up Mean Machine. So I know what Virgil Ortiz does when he hurt. So I know what Ryan. I don't know what Tank Davis does when he's hurt, right? I do know what Tank Davis does when he is fighting with one hand. I saw that against Eastside Cruz. He keeps his head, right? When Rolly was throwing big, wild swings and he was stronger than Tank, Tank kept his head. He actually taunted Rolly. So he played mental games to make Rolly get out of the bag or get into Tank's bag so he could knock him out. So Tank is a brilliant fighter. Brilliant fighter. All right. Ryan Garcia has more holes. Okay. But can he knock him out? Sure. Ryan Garcia can knock him out. Sure. I've been on a new kick too that I want to tell you guys. This is going to sound real pause, but I've been, this is ridiculous what I'm about to say, but I've been leaning towards the fighter with the bigger skull, not head, with the bigger skull. Lately, I've been leaning towards the fighter with the bigger skull. I have this theory that if you got a big skull, you have a bigger skeleton. And if you have a bigger skeleton, you have strong muscle tendons to make that big skeleton move. If you happen to be thin and more thin with like your bones or whatever and your head size and hand size and you're fast, okay. But if you're fast with a big bone structure, that guy is sickly powerful. I'm telling you, I've been bro, I've been looking at, that's why with Better BF, I was like, oh, this is about to be terrible. He's going to punch a hole in Joe Smith. Joe Smith had a human head. Better BF has a damn Neanderthal head. You see, Tank, I'm sorry. Wiry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been looking at bone structures lately to determine who's going to win. And bro, I'm looking at Tank versus Rolly, and I looked at that stare down and I said, there's no way the human being is going to beat that damn caveman. Look, there's no way. And I think I've been thinking that since I met Mike Tyson. I met Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's skull. His head is huge. I'm trying to look at something. His head, now he's 5'11", 5'10", 5'11". But you know why he was knocking out giants. His hands are humongous. His head is, his feet, he wears like a size 15 shoe. And is as wide as all. He looks like the Incredible Hulk shrunk down. He looks like a hobbit that's a giant. He looks strange. And you're like, oh, he's a different human being. That's why he can move so fast and knock out giant men. I'm not. Holyfield head. You get what I'm saying. So I've been, until I'm proven wrong, I looked at David Benavidez and said, holy shit. I looked at David Benavidez and said, holy, let me see, Better BF, the ultimate knuckle dragger. Bruh. Pacquiao. Yeah, I remember looking at Pacquiao like, brother, that's Pacquiao, this is my BUSR hat. You got to put that right. You got to put your hat, if you Pacquiao, you got to put your hat right on the tip. It got to be like right there. Like right there. You got to put his hat on with a shoehorn. All right, look, that's my show. That's my show. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. We're going to be doing a lot of Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford breakdowns leading up to it. I'm just super excited because that is the most fantastic fight. Oh, I want to say this. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. I'm going to make my next video about maybe Thursday, maybe tomorrow, prime time, if I go live tomorrow. I want to say this. I am pro Floyd Mayweather promoting Terrence Crawford versus Spence. I want to say that. I am pro Floyd Mayweather promoting Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. I've seen people like hitting me up talking about yesterday, hey, Floyd Mayweather's going to ruin this. I am all for it. It is one of my favorite things. I know. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. Me too. Yeah, Timothy Bradley forehead, like Harry Belafonte. Yeah, shit. Timothy Bradley. That's not even part of the conversation. His head. So, same biz. I'm with it. I am all for it. It makes the fight huge. I don't want him doing too much. Errol Spence. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is to have one of the greatest welterweight matchups of all time, definitely the best matchup of this era, be promoted by one of the greatest welterweights of all time. It's a dream. No, that's what else would you want? That's a dream. I'm so for that. It's incredible. We're gonna have to talk about that tomorrow or something. ShowBizz Adult. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. It's been a lot of fun. Funny as hell. I'm just saying. I'm out. Oh, don't forget, go buy Relevnt. Hit the link, become a member on Relevnt, and go check out Mike Tyson Topics, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun today. All right, 4 o'clock. I'm out.